Hello,
Good morning. I'm Jen,
I'm Kimberly, and
and
this
this
is
is
That
That
Vegan
Vegan
Morning
Morning
Show.
Show. Kimberly is November 24th. How did this happen?
I don't know, but it is amazing that it is already so late in the year. I can't believe it. And since you called out the date, I would just like to very quickly celebrate that on this day, 13 years ago, JP and I started dating.
Aww.
Yeah. And also on this date, 46 years ago, my parents got married.
Aww. That's such a powerful date.
Yeah.
I'll throw in there that tomorrow my son is turning 20. So not the 24th,
Wow.
but almost. But my water broke on the 24th after
Ah.
Thanksgiving dinner. So
Oh my goodness. Well, happy birthday to him.
thank you. He's still sleeping, as any college student on vacation would be doing at this hour.
Absolutely. Yeah. You couldn't get me out of bed before noon when I was that age. Not on a day off.
Yeah, I mean, he's usually up, I would say probably by 9. He'll be up and about, but yeah,
Mhm.
you know, you don't if you don't have to get up early, why do it?
Exactly.
But as you were those things, it's like, wow, a lot of big things all happened to us on the 24th.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Yesterday, we started decorating the house for the holidays. We are hosting my parents on Thursday
Nice.
for a Thanksgiving, some people might call it, for a day of remembrance. Some people call it Thanksgiving, right? That's the main name it's known by, but I kind of like to remove myself from some of the things associated with that. So we started decorating for that, cleaning up, that kind of stuff. Um, on Saturday, I almost forgot. On Saturday, I led my very first walking meditation at
Oh,
Ethos
right.
Farm.
I remember we
Yeah.
were talking about it on Saturday, and I completely forgot about it now too.
And it was wonderful. So it was raining all morning and I kept checking the weather and was like just hopeful that the rain would stop. And it stopped like 15, 20 minutes before it was scheduled to start. So it was a little cloudy and it was a little wet, but I still had a good turnout. More than half the people who registered showed up, despite worrying about the rain. And yeah, we just had a really nice time, and it was I kind of challenged people. At first we were just looking to tune into our feet, and people were willing to share after each time. So we did a round of focusing on our feet as we walked very slowly, very mindfully, and then we focused on our legs and like the rest of our body the next time. And then the third time we closed our eyes. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, I was like, we're all adults, we're all going to take care of ourselves, we're all going to be very careful. We're going to take just a couple of steps, pause, open our eyes, see where we're at. But during those couple of steps, like notice what you feel. And one of the attendees, after having closed their eyes, when I asked, like, does anyone want to share anything? They were like, the first time we did this, you said focus on your feet, and I was not focused on my feet. I was looking at the grass, I was thinking about the birds, and then they said, when you had me close my eyes, I was really tuned into my feet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's an interesting insight.
Yeah. So it was really cool. Like, I've done many walking meditations. I've led like forest bathing meditations, but to do this specific type of walking meditation, I'd never led before. And it was so cool. And I am really excited to see what I can do with Ethos next year. The market's closing this week. And so I'm not sure if there'll be activities, but definitely be more stuff in 2026. So that's really cool. How was your weekend?
Well, first of all, I just want to say your meditations are amazing. So,
Thank you.
anyone watching, sign up when Kimberly has stuff. Well, if you're in the
Nice.
area, but you do also have virtual
I do,
weekly
weekly.
meditation, so
Yeah,
you should sign up for those too. Those are nice.
agreed.
You have many talents.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, my weekend was great. My son came home Thursday night from college, so it's been nice hanging out with him. Yes, Saturday we just hung out at home, walked around a little bit. We played some board games and chatted and just had a relaxing day at home. And then yesterday we went and we saw the second Wicked movie, which was just
Ah,
amazing. Loved it. I love Cynthia Erivo. She has such an amazing voice, and her portrayal of the Wicked Witch of the West is just
hmm,
amazing. And I just have you seen the movies or the first movie?
no,
Oh,
I'm so behind.
Kimberly,
I know I need to.
such an experience. It's such it's so much better than the Wizard of Oz. Like
Ah,
it's the because you know what I love about it is things aren't what they seem, right? And there's always more to it. There's also a lot of like commentary on politics and society. And I feel like a lot I've seen comments about like this movie like really hits home just with like a lot of
mm,
things happening
okay,
in the US that, again, that's a whole other show, but
right.
but yeah, the author is it Gregory Maguire? I'll make sure I get the author's name correctly. Gregory Maguire. I knew the last name was Maguire. I just couldn't remember the first name. So I read the book like 16 years ago. And then
Okay.
there's a second book called Son of a Witch. And since then, there's even been another book, but I didn't even realize that until last year. But the book was actually a lot darker than the Broadway show, which the movie
Mm,
is based on that.
okay.
And I don't remember everything that happened in the first book, but there was like a lot of stuff that's just like a commentary on like the the history that happens in the world.
Mm,
Those same types of themes play out in the story. And I think it was just such a great cast, good songs, good acting, and just
nice.
a very deep story. And we enjoyed it. So, yeah, I
Good.
highly recommend catch up and watch it, Kimberly, and then we'll
I
discuss.
will. And then we can chat about it.
Yes, we'll have a lot to chat about it.
Yeah.
So, now pivoting onto our topic, because it's November 24th
Mhm.
and Thanksgiving or Thanksliving, which I wish I could call it Thanksliving in my house.
Right.
I would probably get looks from my husband and my son for calling it that. They happily eat all my vegan food because hey, if they want non-vegan food on Thanksgiving, they are welcome to make it,
Mhm.
but they won't. So
Right.
a couple of times my son has done cooking. He's done like some non-vegan stuff, but they like my food, so
Mhm.
they eat it. So any
Nice.
non-vegans out there watching, you could happily eat a fully vegan Thanksgiving and enjoy it too.
Mhm. Yes.
Just saying. So with that, we're almost to Christmas and Hanukkah and just the whole holiday season, whatever anybody celebrates.
Mhm.
This is a big time of gifts
Yes.
and family gatherings, and we've talked a lot in depth recently about the food piece of the holiday season.
Mhm.
But there's more ways of showing compassion during the holiday season that goes beyond the food. I mean, some of it could still include food because
Right.
but that's gift ideas,
Mhm.
right? Or what do you get for the vegans in your life? Or these gifts are all amazing for the non-vegans in your life too,
Yeah.
right? You could show them all the possibilities of living a non-vegan, lifestyle. I mean, living a vegan, showing them let me rephrase that, showing them the possibilities of living a vegan lifestyle.
Yeah.
and you don't have to feel deprived. So you and I each came up with a top 10 gift list of
Mhm.
ideas. Some of our ideas are the same.
Of course.
Some of them, of course, because we're brilliant like that.
Yes.
And then some of them are different. So I'm excited to have this conversation with you, Kimberly, because I feel
Me
like,
too.
yeah, it goes beyond the food. It goes out beyond, it goes into the gifts too. And sometimes, people don't think, like, non-vegans could get you something that's made out of leather, for example,
Mhm.
or wool, not thinking
Yeah.
about that part, right? Because they're thinking about the food piece. So
Mhm.
I feel like this is such a great follow-up topic to
Yeah.
our food and family conversations we've had the past couple weeks.
How would you handle, and maybe someone has done this to you already, so you can use an example, but how would you handle if someone gave you a non-vegan gift
I
now?
have that's happened. And I like a coworker situation and just not wanting to make a big thing and just saying
Mhm.
thank you and moving along.
Mhm.
Um, but if it were a family member, it would be a different conversation. Well, and also too, I think now the thing with a coworker happened a long time ago, like earlier on in the vegan journey.
Mhm.
So I think now that I've been in this almost 9 years, and certainly developed my skills on communication, maybe now I would find another way to say something, maybe.
Mhm.
Um, it would depend because I don't want to like hurt anyone's feelings or anything. So I think it depends on a lot of different variables. But yeah, but a family member would be an easier conversation, I feel like. What about you? Has that ever happened to you?
I'm sure it has. Certainly from a coworker perspective, whether it was like a manager who was buying like the team individuals like each something, or yeah, like a grab bag during a team holiday event. And in those situations, it depended on who the person was. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes I would, just be like, "Oh, thanks, but, here, you can actually have this back," or, like, something it would if it was somebody that I knew, I'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this actually isn't vegan, so, like, if you would like it, I'm happy for you to take," because they already paid for it and everything, like, so if they're going to use it, then great, they can have it. If it was a family member, yeah, I would say like, "Hey, this isn't vegan. Here's why it's not vegan. Do you have a gift receipt? Would you like it?
Yeah.
Or can I return it?" And um kind of try to have a conversation that way. And maybe even depending on what kind of gift it is, be like, this one isn't vegan, but here are ones that are. Should in the future you be giving me another gift, keep this in mind. Or
Right.
here's a great place to look at items that are vegan. You can direct them to like a website like Vegan Essentials, or like Veg News has tons of recommendations, but Vegan Essentials has like products there. So anything they buy from Vegan Essentials, or we're both going to talk about Mushu's. You can direct them to the Mushu's website. There's tons,
Mhm.
and they know then anything they purchase is vegan. And so to direct them that way, then they don't have to think about, is this vegan? They just have to think, would this person love this? And then they can choose that way. But yeah, it is important to have those conversations. I wouldn't shy away from it, especially if it is a person who is likely to give you gifts in the future. Because
Yeah.
what will happen is if they give you a wool sweater this year and you don't say anything, they think you love it. They're going to get you another wool sweater.
No, you make a very valid point. And I think, yeah, like as I've evolved my communication skills as a vegan, I feel like I'm more comfortable doing that, but it takes time, right? But I
It
feel like
does.
you gave some great tips on that. And that's a really important point, right? If you don't say something, You know, and there's ways of, you know, you don't have to say, how dare you do this?
Right.
You
Throw
mean,
it back at them. This isn't vegan.
right? Like, you know, it's a learning moment, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, and yes, it's awkward for everyone, but I feel like people value honesty. Like, I know I do. And
Mhm.
sometimes honesty is uncomfortable to hear, but I would rather know the truth than be lied to
Right.
or think something's okay when it's not. So
Yeah.
I would rather say something, hey, you know, I really appreciate the thought of you, you know, giving me this gift. However, because of my vegan values, I can't accept this gift.
Mhm.
Here's why.
Right.
Um, you know, maybe you can give this to somebody else who could get some value out of it, or, you know, use it. And then, you know, if they ask, you know, well, where, if they ask you, you know, hey, like, where, if I would like to get you something else, what recommend, you know, then, you know, Vegan Essentials, that's a great recommendation. You know, things like that. You know, and look, you know what? I feel like gift cards are the safest thing.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go wrong with a gift card. So if I feel like if people uh you know, decide to give that instead, then, you know, because usually, unless it's a gift card to a leather store,
Right.
usually like an Amazon gift card or some other shopping thing like Macy's, you'll be able to find something that's not leather.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. That, yeah, if you don't say something now,
Yeah.
it could perpetuate something later on that
Oh,
would
yeah.
then even be a more of an awkward conversation.
Mhm. Yes.
So, good stuff. So, yeah. So, do you want to kick off our top 10 list?
Yeah, sure. So I kind of tried to go all over the map with a bunch of different suggestions. So a couple of mine to start is if you have a vegan in your life who loves to cook, spends a lot of time in the kitchen, and you're looking to spend a good chunk of money on them. So probably someone very significant to you. I would recommend a Vitamix or Blendtec blender
Mm.
because if they are making cashew based sauces and stuff like that, like you're not going to get a smoother sauce than you will with one of these blenders, and you can make soup in them, and it's just like the possibilities are endless. So if they love to cook and you're willing to spend it, those one of those blenders is really like ideal. It's the best.
I've always wanted one. I do not have
Yeah, put that out there. Hello, anyone looking to spend a lot of money on Jen? And you can get them. I have one, and mine is actually one of the like refurbished ones.
Oh,
So
okay.
I didn't buy mine brand new. So it was about half the price, but it does the job. It's been
Nice.
fantastic. So that's an option too, to spend a little bit less and still get something amazing.
Yeah, and with Black Friday coming up, you can usually everybody's trying to get your money.
Right.
Usually 2 weeks before Black Friday. Black Friday used to be like more of like a week or the day of, and
Mhm.
now it's become like, you know, a month before I'm already like seeing like Black
Right.
Friday deals.
That is true. Another suggestion. One sec. I have to cough. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's how it goes on live TV. We cannot edit that out.
No, we
Um,
can't.
another suggestion, and this came to mind because I am looking for one, are handbags or wallets. I am in desperate need of a wallet. The one I have fits my larger purse, but does not fit my smaller purse. So I'm really always like fighting to jam in the bigger one. So I'd like to have some more options that way and use a smaller wallet. What I would recommend, because I love mine, are cork bags. I have this gorgeous green handbag, and maybe we can like add some photos after, put them in our Instagram stories or
Oh
something.
yeah.
But I've got this gorgeous green handbag that I bought, I want to say like 2019 from the House of Cork, New York. And
Mm.
it is still in perfect condition. And I am not really like a handbag lady. I don't, my handbag goes through it. I toss it around, I shove stuff in it. Like I'm not like precious with them. And this one has held up so well. It's also cork is resistant to water and like is naturally antimicrobial, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And it is so soft. It is the softest thing, the softest handbag I've ever owned. And my wallet, which is also a wristlet, also from House of Cork, New York, same thing. It is so soft and it just deals with me jamming stuff into it, zipping, unzipping, zipping, unzipping constantly. And it's just like it's hanging on and I love it so much. And of course, cork is not the only option. Now we can have vegan leathers are made from pineapples, apple skin, mushrooms, cacti, olives. I found a wallet last night when I was doing my research made of olives.
Wow.
So, like, it's endless, and it doesn't have to be. People hear, oh, it's not real leather, so in quotes, it's vegan leather, and they immediately think, oh, it's plastic, it's bad for the environment. But these are all made from like waste products and stuff like that from the fruits and vegetables that they're made from. And it is really incredible. And like cork is a renewable resource, and so is bamboo. And so, like, there's a ton of really cool options that way. So keep an eye out for those. So House of Cork, New York is the one that my bag and wallet are from. There's also a company called Corkor, which is Corkor, and they have wallets and stuff for made out of cork as well.
I love all of that. And I'm so glad you brought up the environmental part of vegan leather. There is a leather shop. I won't say what town in the Hudson Valley, but in a town of the Hudson Valley that had a sign in it vilifying vegan leather one time, because they have other stuff too besides vegan leather. One time we walked in there, but they had like a sign, I think it was like outside, that caught my attention. I don't know. We were like, because when you're walking around in a little town, you just kind of go in and out of the different shops.
Yeah.
And we went in there and I saw this like sign vilifying vegan leather and how it's terrible for the environment and how basically trying to make out like their products are better, right? Because which you and I know there's a lot of horrible chemicals in leather. There is nothing natural and environmentally safe or wonderful about wearing dead cow skin.
Exactly. And if you need proof, watch the documentary Slay. You'll get all the info you need from that.
Exactly. So it's interesting about it. So that was like last year. So this year I was in that town and went in or walked by and I noticed they didn't have, because they also have like a t-shirt area and my husband wanted to look at t-shirts and I wanted to go see if they had that sign.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I want to like take a picture of it. And I might have taken a picture of it before and then I wanted to like, I think, show it to you. I think that's why I was like looking for it, but they didn't have it anymore. They took it down. So I'm wondering if like some angry vegans like spoke to them. I don't know.
Right. Or they realized they were wrong and they were like, we look stupid. Let's take this down.
Maybe. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. But when you were talking about all these amazing options that are a million times better for the environment, not only for the animal piece, but for the environment. So, yeah.
So I'll share one more suggestion and then you want to do a few of yours? Okay. I would also love to suggest like looking up a local sanctuary, farmed animal sanctuary, or one that that the vegan in your life loves or has visited, because on their website, you can not only adopt animals in someone's name, and obviously the animals are not going to come live with you or whose name you adopt them in. It just means that you're helping provide care for them. So your money will go toward feeding them, buying the feed, hay, whatever it is they need, structural repairs at the farm. So that's what that goes to when you're adopting an animal from a farmed animal sanctuary. But then every one of them has like their own merchandise shop where you can buy all kinds of items, hoodies and t-shirts and hats and scarves and mugs and glasses, coasters. Like there's tons of, they get really creative with it, and they put pictures of some of the animals who live there, or even just their logo, and all of the money that you're spending on those items, whatever is their profit, is also helping to fund that farm. So it's a really, really nice way to give to something that matters to the person you love, while also giving them a really amazing gift.
I love that suggestion. I had not even thought about that when writing out our lists
Mhm.
before meeting about it. And yeah, I think that's a great idea, right? Because, and I know, like, I think it's Catskill Farm Sanctuary or Animal Sanctuary, whatever their name is, the one in the Catskills.
Mhm.
um, I one time bought a cookbook from them at the Albany Veg Fest. That was last year.
Nice.
And yeah, so some of them do cookbooks and have other
Mhm.
great things in them. But yeah, it's such a wonderful idea to support the different animal sanctuaries out there, because they need it.
Mhm.
It
They
costs
do.
a lot, and they're doing such really important work.
Mhm.
So anything we can do to help them, I feel like is so important.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, millions of dollars to maintain a lot of those farms, the ones that have, many animals. So it
Mhm.
is, yeah, wherever we can, let's provide.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a really great list. So I'm going to pick some other ones that because we had some of the same ones. So I'm going to try to
Mhm.
pick some different ones too before we jump into the same ones. So one that I had was Cheryl's Cookies. Now, Cheryl's Cookies, I don't know if you're familiar with them. They are a cookie
Yeah.
company. They have um non-vegan stuff, but then they
Mhm.
also have vegan stuff.
Okay.
And I have received that from people before, Cheryl's Cookies, at the vegan ones. And what's cool with Cheryl's Cookies is they have like different tins for like birthdays or holidays.
Mhm.
And the cookies are like pre-wrapped, and they're really nice. So
Okay.
you can either gift them to somebody, but they also, if you're having a party and you want to have like cookies that are like pre-made for you and pre-wrapped, they're also nice just to like serve out that way
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
So Cheryl's Cookies are really great, but make sure that you're selecting the vegan ones, and it'll
Mhm.
tell you and not all of the tins have a vegan option available. So you just make sure that when you're ordering it, you just select the one that's vegan. But they're really great and they're delicious. And it's a
Okay.
great way to show people that vegan food is just like any other
Yep.
food.
Mhm.
So yeah, Cheryl's Cookies is one. Then I thought of another, well, Rebel Cheese is amazing.
Mhm.
You can gift that, or they also have a gift card that you can
Nice.
go online. So people can choose out what cheese they want, right? Because there's,
Mhm.
people have different palates. So I think a Rebel Cheese gift card is a great gift for people. I certainly would not be upset if I was gifted one.
Same.
And then we'll have to have you and JP over to eat it.
Yep.
'Cause the last time we've tried Rebel
Oh,
Cheese.
so good. Mm.
Very good. Another thing that I like to do is I like to make gift baskets for people of like their favorite things. And so, or just things that are treats and stuff that I think they like. So if you want to make something really thoughtful, you can just get, I mean, you can order gift baskets out there, but I feel like there's something extra special when someone takes time to like pick out and specific things for them and
Yeah.
wrap it up and make it look pretty. And
Mhm.
so yeah, like your favorite chocolates. There's so many different delicious vegan chocolates out there, teas, snacks. And it's also, look, you can also gift this to the non-vegans in your life, right? It's another opportunity to show, hey, check out these amazing treats. Oh, by the way, they're also vegan, right?
Yep. You make a good point there too, and I appreciate you bringing this up so we can also remind our viewers that you are vegan. When you're buying gifts for people who are not, you do not need to feel as if you need to buy non-vegan gifts because they are not vegan.
Yeah.
So the expectation should be that they would expect that you would buy them a vegan gift. So do not feel like you need to go against your values because someone in your life is not vegan. Anyway, back to you.
Yeah. No, that's an important point, right? And if it's a quality gift, then, they should be happy with it, whether, right? Because I think I shared this before, but a few weeks ago, there was something where it was like there was someone said, someone had made a comment about, how I know a lot of recipes and everything. And, I have, I know a lot of great food and, that they should come to me if they ever want recipes, but they're vegan. And so my comment was, vegan food is just delicious food without animal products.
Yeah.
Right. And I think, there's all this fear around the V word, right? Should we use it? Should we not use it? And I feel we should use it as much as possible. Not obviously in an oversaturated, I almost said overkill, but I was like, no, that's not a good oversaturated way. Right. But I'm really stepping into using the word vegan and not shying away from it, because it's an opportunity to show people what vegan means.
Yeah.
And what it really is. And if they see that you're vegan and you're living your best life and you're happy and you're fulfilled and you're not lacking, then that's what really matters. So, so I feel like it's so important to do that. And yeah, I'm glad you put that reminder out there, because if it's a quality gift, people should just be happy with it. Right.
Yeah. Yes.
And the other thing in general, like I didn't put down a specific cookbook because there's so many amazing cookbooks, but like gifting your favorite vegan cookbook, again, great gift for vegans and non-vegans, right? Because again, it's delicious food without animal products. So, and if people are concerned about their health, right? And that's always that was what got me into veganism. It started off with the health, but then the animal part, the animal agriculture and just all the cruelty that happens, that was like, oh my God, like now I'm committed for all the reasons. But there's so many amazing health cookbooks out there that show amazing, delicious food that's healthy. And if that's a way to get someone's interest to pay attention, then, that's also another great option too.
Yeah. I love that. Do you have more? Do you want me to give a couple more?
So the other ones I have, I think, are mostly the shared ones. Oh, there's one other one that I didn't mention that was different from what our share list was, the Aloha bars. They're vegan protein bars that taste like candy.
Okay.
My non-vegan husband has had a subscription to them for a while. Because he's more into health stuff. I mean, they're not whole food plant-based, but they're certainly like, depending on what your health goals are, but they're certainly a healthier option than, a candy bar or something loaded with animal products. Like, it's quality ingredients, but if you're someone who's avoiding oils, then it wouldn't be an ideal gift. But they are good. They are delicious. You can order them, but they also have a gift card that you can get as well. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Nice. So a few more of my suggestions. I have some cookie suggestions as well. Maya's Cookies is Black owned, women owned, and they are incredible. And you can, kind of like you were talking about with Cheryl's Cookies, they do have different gift boxes and stuff. Maya's Cookies is completely vegan, so you don't have to make sure you're checking if you're ordering from the correct list. which
I
is
love
really
that.
nice.
I've never heard of them, and I'm gonna have to go to their website.
Yes. Oh, they're so good. And then Route 9 Baking Company is also an incredible cookie company you can order from. And these cookies are like stuffed. They have like a filling in them. I first bought, so I've purchased from both Maya's and Route 9, and I love them both. The Route 9, I first bought cookies from them because they were doing an Earth Day special cookie and they were gorgeous. They were blue and green and like swirled around, and so we got a couple of other flavors as well, and it was just fantastic. So you cannot go wrong with ordering some treats from either of those places. And then another gift idea is to do an activity together. So you could do something that isn't specifically vegan in that, you both love music. So you're going to buy concert tickets and go see a show together, something like that. Like, remember that we don't always have to buy each other things. If there is an experience you can have together, that is an incredible gift too, because it also is gifting your time with them. So now you have this built-in time together. But there's also things like cooking classes. There are vegan cooking classes available, both in person and online. And of course, Jen and I would both like to recommend, if you're looking for online cooking classes, to check out Chef Adam Sobel. Because we love him, and he is doing just amazing work. His recipes are incredible. He's so much fun. His classes are really fun to attend, and he just wants to impart all of his chefy knowledge onto you so you can ask questions during the classes, and he's really accessible. And it's really just a wonderful experience. So that is another way that you can engage and gift the vegan in your life just a wonderful experience to do together. Do you want to do, oh, and one more. So you mentioned Rebel Cheese. I also would encourage people to visit Rebel Cheese and purchase all the cheeses. And then if you need more cheese, go to Treeline Cheese and purchase their cheese. So Treeline, it's so good. Their specialty is all those soft cheeses, the spreadable cheeses. So you can get the aged cheeses from Rebel Cheese, but Treeline, really, their specialty is those soft cheeses. And what I love, love, love is not just like the CEO is an incredible person. It's not just that you can feel good giving your money to this company. The products are so limited in ingredients. So you don't have, a huge list of ingredients, of things that maybe you don't recognize or whatever. And those are not always dangerous, but Treeline Cheese is like cashews, filtered water, culture. It's like, it's very, very simple, and it is incredibly delicious. So bring those to your holiday events or gift them. It's really a wonderful experience.
I'm so glad you mentioned a couple things here. First of all, love Chef Adam Sobel. Cinnamon Snail, go to his website. You will love it. You can't be there's recipes for everything.
Yes.
And I've only have made his vegan challah. I've made it a couple times. It's amazing. And I've wanted to make so many of his other things, and then I'm ashamed I haven't, because
don't be ashamed.
But I'm like, oh my God, I need to make this. I need to make this. I need to make and I've done his I've checked out the replay of his tofu class, which we talked about with him, and it was such a great class. And if I had more time, I would love to do more of his cooking classes, and just I would love to make more of his recipes. All his stuff just looks amazing, and I've had his food before, both when he was doing the Galactic Mega Stallion, but then also when the Cinnamon Snail had the food truck in the city, as well as the space at the Penzi that used to be there. Food is so amazing. He's amazing. And his classes look like a lot of fun. So if I had more time, I would want to be a part of those more. And then the other thing that, oh my God, I'm like blinking. Oh yeah, Treeline Cheese. That was the other thing. I'm so glad you brought them up, because they are so good. And from what I remember, they don't have oil, or at least in some of them. that I've seen. I don't know if all of them are oil free, but one of the ones that I bought, like the spreads,
Mm-hmm.
like the herb spread, like I don't recall seeing any oil in that. So if you're looking
Mm.
for like an oil free option,
Yeah.
I don't know if all of them are, but they definitely do have some that are. So I would happily eat a platter if you gave me a platter of tree line and
Right.
Rebel Foods and all kinds of crackers.
Yeah. And some fruit. Oh man.
Fruit.
Mm.
Yeah. Ooh, ready for a party.
Me too.
Oh my goodness, this is making me hungry.
Yeah, same. I have not had breakfast yet.
I had a Lara bar before hopping on here.
Smart. Smart to have something beforehand.
Yeah, I have to. Especially functioning this early. Do you want to touch on some of the books that we
Yes.
listed? So we were lucky to be connected to three authors
Mm-hmm.
this year. You want to kick off our book list?
Yeah. I'm not going to mention those. You can mention those.
Okay, then you can.
Or do you want to go first? Now that you've teased it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'll go first then. So there's Fabulous Health
Mm-hmm.
with Terry Chrisman. We
Yeah.
both had her on.
Yeah.
Then there's The Vegan Transformation with Cheryl Crawford. Oh, you have it with you. Yeah, I
this
have
one's
it
right next to me. So Angela's book is in the bedroom, so I can't show that one.
Oh yeah, I have them all in the other room. Yeah, Angela's book, The Vegan Transformation. We both have had her on. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so first of all, about Fabulous Health, it's not just a cookbook, it's a workbook.
Yeah.
In helping you create new healthy habits. So there's journal prompts and things that really help you dig deep. So it's not just a cookbook, it's a workbook. And I remember her mentioning in my interview, like, write all over it. Like, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what it's there for, to help you and guide you. And it's something I'm looking forward to doing more, because we were so busy with Main Street Vegan Academy. I haven't had a chance to do that. But now that, especially that I'm working on focusing more on my health now, I really want to dive deep in that. And I'm looking forward to working through her book. But I love how it is not just a cookbook. It is I love journal prompts. And I always find I learn more things about myself that way.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that about the Fabulous Health book. Vegan Transformation with Angela Crawford. In that book, it talks about the other experiences that we face as that we experience, not face, but what we experience as vegans, right? Just that overall empowering change, because we're more aligned with our values, right? We feel more connected to the world. We see the world differently. We understand things differently. And there's just a spiritual, emotional, psychological, all these different changes that we experience. So she interviewed people about their experiences and wrote this really amazing book about that. And then the other one, who's been someone you've had on your podcast, Hungry Beautiful Animals with Matthew C. Haltman. And you recently had a book club with him.
Yeah.
Which was so amazing. I did the audiobook of the book. So great. And just talking with him, he's so much fun.
Yeah.
And just listening to him read the book was a lot of fun. Matt's great. And so his book is similar to Angela's book in some ways, but it's also very different.
Yeah.
In that his focus is showing people the joyfulness that we experience as vegans. Yeah. And so there's themes that he and Angela share, but they communicate these things differently. But also his book is great for, he talks about our inner vegan, right? Vegan in waiting.
Vegan in waiting, yep.
Right? That the non-vegans are just vegans in waiting. And, a lot of us at one point we're not vegan. And then something happened that changed that. And he shares his journey with that. And this is a great book for people, I feel like, in your life who maybe not necessarily want to be vegan or thinking about it, but they want to understand you and why you're vegan.
Mhm.
It's also a good book for that,
Yeah.
or if people are trying to understand this vegan thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
But it's also a great book for people who are transitioning, thinking about it. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I wanted to just plug. And we've been honored to get to interact with these 3 amazing authors. So
Yeah. Yeah, those are great suggestions. Thank you for that. By the way, we totally forgot through this whole episode. If you are watching, whether live right now or the replay, and you have questions about vegan gifts or you have some suggestions, please put them in the comments.
yes, thank you for
Yeah,
remembering that, Kimberly.
eventually we get there.
Eventually, yes, I would love to see other people's recommendations as well.
Yeah, me too. So some of my book recommendations are I've got a mix of some cookbooks as well, but one of my favorite authors is Matt Haig, Haig, and he writes fiction, and a lot of his books deal with life, depression, moving forward, understanding how to like come out of one hard time in your life and like moving beyond that. There's a lot of like hero's journey type things, but there's so much to be learned and they are so beautifully written. And Matt is a very vocal vegan. And
Mm.
so I love to encourage people to pick up any of his books. You will love them. If you love fiction that also makes you feel something, that connects you with the characters, and you walk away feeling, I don't know, better to have read it, I would recommend Matt's books for sure. If you are buying for like a teen, like young adult type books, or you love fantasy, because I've read them and you can definitely appreciate them as an adult as well, but any kind of like fantasy witchy type stuff that you're into, definitely look for the Earthlings trilogy by author Ray Starr. uh,
Mm.
there is there are some very difficult moments in the book that can be hard to read, but they are intentional and it moves the story along. But it can be hard in some spots. But the way Ray writes is so wonderful, and just like Matt, really brings you into the story. And so I would recommend anything that Ray Starr is working on to check out. My the cookbook that I love right now and that I am cooking from almost daily is called The Peaceful Kitchen by Catherine Perez. And eventually I am going to reach out to her and try to have her on Did You Bring the Hummus? Maybe we can even get her on this show.
That
But
would
I
be
would
amazing.
love to talk with her because she is a registered dietitian. All of her recipes are made to, enhance your health, help you improve your health, whatever it is you're looking to do. These recipes are really good for you. And every single one of them is delicious. And like, no joke, I have cooked so many recipes from this book that the book is falling apart. And I bought it this year.
Oh,
So
wow.
I just want you to know how much I recommend this book.
I know, it's funny, like whenever you send, because we like to share pictures with each other of either yummy food we're eating or food we're making.
Mhm.
And whenever you share something and I'm like, oh, and it's always something you made from the Peaceful Kitchen. And it's been
Yep.
on my list for a while that, I really would love to have this book because it's so good to have like a go-to book
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
cook from. And
Yep.
especially when you're busy, you don't want something that is going to take up a lot of time.
Right.
So the fact that it's something that you utilize during the work week, it sounds
Mhm.
incredible.
Yeah, it definitely is. The recipes are simple and you can fit them in when you're busy. And I just started. So JP for years has been like, we should have smoothies for breakfast because he's not much of a breakfast person, and he
Mm.
can get a smoothie into him. and he would make them and I would hate them and I'd be like, I'm not doing this. Well, she has 4 recipes for smoothies in her book. So finally I said, okay, let's see if we can get this to work. And we have had a smoothie every day for the last week and a half. And I cannot remember, thank you. I cannot remember the last time I felt so good in the morning. Like when we're done here, I'm going to go blend my smoothie up in my Vitamix. I cannot wait to have it. And it makes me feel like alive because there's so many nutrients in there and I'm just getting it right from the start of my day. And it's really fantastic. So definitely, yes, add that to the list of cookbooks that you are gifting or requesting if you are on the receiving end of a gift. And then the other cookbook I'd like to recommend, she was recently a guest on my podcast, Tara Punzone. She is the chef at Pura Vita Pura Vita in LA, and her book is called Vegana Italiana. And I have pivoted my Thursday meal options, and they are all coming from her book. So what I'm making on Thursday will be all Italian food, and I can't wait to share photos with you.
I can't wait to see these photos. And yeah, that sounds incredible. I love Italian food.
Yeah.
Although I have my tomato sensitivity, which bummer.
Yeah.
That I've been like modifying with like beet sauce. And it works pretty well. But yeah, I would love to check that book out because when you were telling me about it, I was like, that sounds so good. I have to catch up on all your podcast episodes too. There is a cookbook and what's the name of it? Here it is. I have it in the other room, so I can't grab it, but there's one that I made the birthday cake for you and my husband for. It's called Voila Vegan by Amanda Bankert, and it's got this beautiful photo of this chocolate cake with like fruit on top. I've only made one thing from the book, but it was
amazing.
Glad you liked it. And yeah, I made this like mocha buttercream. And anyway, this cookbook has all kinds of French pastries and just in there and bread. And I want to make more from it. But and it doesn't have a lot of like complicated ingredients either. Like it's like, it's not like crazy lists of ingredients. So I just wanted to throw that out there. The cover is beautiful. There's a photo with every recipe, which I love. And
I love that.
Sometimes I just like to sip a cup of tea and look through it. Thinking about what am I going to make next from here for whatever occasion.
This one's going on my list.
Yeah. So Voila Vegan. If you want to, if you're looking for a cookbook that you want to make, there's like cinnamon rolls in there. Like if you're looking to make decadent vegan desserts, I recommend that book.
Awesome. Sure. Oh, one more I forgot. One more cookbook, because I know we are so far over time.
Oh my God.
Yes, but I mean, like, of course we can spend an hour talking about gifts. Anyway, the cookbook I forgot to mention is Miyoko Schinner, her latest cookbook.
Yes, that's also on my list.
Yes, the Vegan Creamery. And like, I love Miyoko. And from the time she launched her company, and like once I learned about her, I've been kind of following her whole thing. And she is such a badass. And I don't use that in like, I don't know. I really mean it. It's not just like, but she has stood up to the dairy industry. She continues to stand up for herself as all of the turmoil around the company she was ousted from has been happening. And yesterday, I love this so much, on Instagram. So go to her Instagram page. She showed you how to make her famous butter that like is the same recipe that you would buy at the store. So now you can make it at home and you don't need to buy the one from the store anymore. And I freaking love that. And so please support Miyoko, buy her latest cookbook. She has others too. I have her book, The Vegan Pantry, I think it's called. It's downstairs, so I
Mm.
don't have it. And I look forward to making stuff out of that one as well. But I'm really excited for this new book that's just come out or came out in September, maybe. But anyway, you can get it now. So buy it for all your vegan butter and cheese lovers.
She is a badass. And
Yeah.
I saw that on, because I follow her on Instagram and on Facebook, and I saw that pop up yesterday
Mhm.
on Facebook. I was like, you go.
Yeah. I'm like, yes, I'm totally making this.
Yeah. I love people who are just so empowered and challenge systems.
Mhm.
I mean, and I guess that's why I'm part of this work too, right?
Right.
Challenging systems. And so I just really admire people who just do that
Yeah.
because and you know, this kind of ties in with the whole Wicked thing. Elphaba was challenging the systems,
Mm.
and she realized the truth of what was happening in their society,
Mm.
and she tried to expose the truth, and instead she was turned, twisted to be this evil person. And so, yeah, but you know what? We have to challenge these systems, otherwise things will continue.
Yeah.
Corporations will continue doing terrible things. Governments will continue doing terrible things. Um, and the animals will keep experiencing terrible things, and the environment. It all starts with us. It's so easy to feel like, oh, I can't make a difference, but we can.
Yeah. Yep. Veganism is a revolution. So let's get to it.
Definitely. Before we wrap up, there was one,
Yeah.
I don't think we mentioned Mooshoes, but we both
Oh
had
my
it on
gosh.
our list. We were so busy talking about other things, but I just want to make sure we throw Mooshoes in there.
Yes.
They're an amazing place in the city. I bought a pair of boots from them a few years, maybe 5 years ago now. But they have, again, meeting all your vegan leather needs. They have bags, shoes, boots, purses, wallets, cool t-shirts,
Yep.
everything.
Like this one that I'm wearing. Oh, my camera is following me. My shirt says "In Plants We Trust."
Oh,
And
love
I
it.
got this from there. And they also have really fun activist type ones, like one
Yes.
I bought when I visited the store back in the early 2000s that says a picture of a lamb on it and then says, "What kind of asshole eats a baby's leg?"
Oh my God. You are
So
so
you can
brave.
go a bunch of different ways there.
There's a part of me that would love to wear a shirt like that.
Right.
But I wouldn't. But maybe if I was hanging out with you at a vegan festival or something.
Right.
But I love that they have all those different types of items there. And you can get, I was on their website, they have gift cards to order online, and they also have in-store gift cards as well.
Nice.
So if you don't know what to get somebody specifically from there and you want to support the vegan in your life who or again, you don't have to, like you were saying, right? You can get a gift card for the non-vegan in your life as
Mhm.
well, and they could
Yeah.
get something there. They don't, maybe not necessarily an activist t-shirt, but they could
Right.
get something else that is good quality. And then when
Mhm.
people are like, "Ooh, where did you get that?" It starts
Yeah.
that conversation. So I think we covered everything. Oh,
I
and
think
vegan cuts. We both
Oh
had
my
that on our
gosh.
list.
Yes.
Vegan cut. I've never tried them, and I keep seeing ads for them, but you have tried them before. And it looks
Yeah.
great.
1 year for Valentine's Day, I think it was. JP got me a year subscription to the combo box, so both the
Mm.
beauty and the snack box. And so for a year, I got 2 little boxes in the mail every single month, and one was full of vegan snacks and one was full of vegan beauty stuff. And I discovered all kinds of brands that I'd never heard of and got to try things from brands that I love that I hadn't found in my local store. And it is an incredible way to discover products. And then, if you love them, then you figure out where you can buy them from. And so it's a really fun way to discover new things. And if you just like variety, that in and of itself is a great reason to
Yeah.
get it because you never know what's coming, but it's always amazing.
I love that. Yeah, I I would love to try them out. I feel like, and I love that the fact that they don't just do food, they do
Mhm.
beauty products. Because I feel like the beauty products is where it gets even more challenging
Yeah.
sometimes. And so I love that um, they showcase companies that maybe you wouldn't even know about. So
Mhm. Yeah.
amazing. I think
And
we
they
covered.
donate to I'm sorry, they donate to
Okay.
sanctuaries. Every month, they change
Really?
the
I did not know
sanctuary,
that.
and currently the sanctuary they're supporting is Woodstock Farm Sanctuary in High Falls, New York.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah,
did not know that part. Oh,
yeah.
even more of a reason to get them.
Mhm.
And again, great gift for a non-vegan in your life because who doesn't want, like I said before, right? Vegan food is delicious food without animal products. Who doesn't
Yeah.
want that? And who doesn't want, and if, someone wants beauty products, show them again, as vegans, we can show people what's possible. And this is what Matt Haltman talks about in his book, right? We're so busy
Mhm.
talking about what you have to stop doing as
Right.
a vegan. Show people what all the possibilities are. Show them how you're
Mhm.
having this great life and you're enjoying all these things and you're not deprived. And
Yep.
so, I'm so glad you mentioned that before about, hey, we could gift these things too to non vegans. It's
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
quality, good stuff.
Right.
Show them what's possible.
Yeah. And plus we don't wanna spend our money in places
Yeah,
that hurt others, and we shouldn't be expected to.
exactly. No, I
Yeah.
agree 100%. This was so much fun. I can't
It
believe we've
was.
gone over an hour. This
I
is like the
know.
longest episode
It is.
because, we're talking about amazing vegan products.
Yeah. Totally worth going over for.
Definitely. Well, this was so much fun as always.
Yes.
Kimberly, is there anything you want to tease before we wrap up?
Oh, I'd love to. Quickly, just wanted to mention that today the final episode of season 6 of Did You Bring the Hummus has gone out, and so that's
Ooh,
available to listen to, and that is with the ladies of the Locals Bookshop, Deborah and Suzanne,
I
and
love them.
I know they're so cute, and they're doing such incredible things with their little pop-up bookshop. And I don't say little in trying to demean it, but just it's this sweet little space that you just can chat about books and veganism, and they are both so sweet and so much fun. And you'll love the interview. And once you listen to the Did You Bring the Hummus one, then go check them out on the Confident Vegan, because
Oh,
they've
thank you.
shared their story and some info and all the amazing things they're doing there as well. How about you?
Thank
You
you.
got anything?
Well, thank you for plugging that. Yes,
Sure.
I was honored to have them on recently, but I think I posted it about a month ago now, that interview. Yeah. Um, with me, I posted my last video on the Confident Vegan YouTube channel last week where I just shared my health journey and stuff I'm working on. And I'm taking a break just from the channel. I am working on doing more reels and I want to start putting content on TikTok and put more stuff on my Instagram that's beyond, Confident Vegan YouTube promos and that Vegan Morning Show promos, which are all good things too. But
Mhm.
I love doing cooking and sharing recipes and showing people the amazing things you can make. So I did record a reel. I still have to edit it, and I'm working on a downloadable free little cookbook
Nice.
or little recipe book that you can download, and I'm hoping to have that all up this week. It's taken I didn't have a lot of time this weekend because I want to spend time with my son. So it'll be up, I'm hoping sometime this week to start
Okay.
getting things up on the on TikTok. So go check out the Confident Vegan on TikTok. I have nothing really up there at all, but go follow me and find out when I do post on there.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to wrap up, and then we're gonna post a pre-recorded episode next Monday,
Mhm.
so we'll have that up. And yeah, hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, however you word it. And I hope it's a really wonderful, meaningful time with your families. And we'll see you all real soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Bye for
Yeah.
now.
Bye.